I'm so proud of us collectively. This Trump supporter posted a video saying, "Oh my God, my business selling tires is gonna go out of business with these tariffs. What the freak?" You voted hoping for others to be harmed for your own gain. Why would we feel bad?
All right, folks, if you feel sorry for Trump voters that are currently getting hit with the devastating consequences of their own actions via Trump's tariffs, you should probably click off this video. I personally lost that pity in 2016, but if you still have it, actually, and you're still around, here's one clip before I play a compilation of clips of these voters begging for pity that will have you lose that pity pretty quickly.
I don't give two shits that families are being separated if somebody's getting deported. I actually find it hilarious. It gives me a great deal of comfort. I have no sympathy that your child might grow up without a father because he got sent back to Mexico or whatever. I mean, y'all are welcome to go with him. Don't forget that's an option. That's a choice that you're making, right? I don't have any sympathy for your little videos that you're making on social media with all the tears. I don't give a shit. I'm actually fucking laughing at you that you're sitting there crying for attention. Okay. I find you guys to be subhumans.
Yeah, so not everyone in this video is as hateful as that bigot, but they did vote for these policies and bring about their own destruction. So I have a ton of these clips coming up for you, so stick around, drop a like, and subscribe to join the resistance. Thank you to all of you who have helped us hit 500,000 subscribers, and let's get into it. I want to start with this TikTok of a guy who posted that he voted for Donald Trump, and now Trump is putting him out of business. And we'll watch the original clip, and then afterwards I want to show you a viral response to this as well.
All right, I hate asking for help. I'm not asking for any handouts, but I'm a small business owner that is directly being affected by the 104% tariff that has been put on China. I import alloy wheels for cars, and I do somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 to 15 containers a year, which is a small business in regards to this industry. At 104%, I am absolutely going to implode and will not last 6 months. So with that said, I'm asking, is there anybody out there that has connections with manufacturing facilities, specifically alloy wheels, either in the United States or outside in these lesser tariffed countries like Mexico, Indonesia, Thailand, India? I need to find another source. I've emailed a lot of these companies and cannot get a response. And I just don't know if it's because I'm a small business or what exactly it is. So if anybody's out there that can help or shed some light, maybe provide some information that would be helpful, I would really greatly appreciate it, because if not, it's just a small business here that's going to go under, and I'll be back to digging ditches again, which I'm not scared to do, but it's a little harder to do with a wife, 2 kids, and at 45 years old. So let me know if you guys have any suggestions. It's very much appreciated. Thank you.
Yep, and in this first example, just as in all the ones I have coming up for you, the internet had no pity.
If anyone has connections to some less tariff country tire manufacturers, I don't know, in like Mexico. I'm not joking. And the comments were really good. I said, hope you go out of business after some struggling to keep it afloat. This one's good. Vance mentioned that when money is tight, just rely more on your parents. Hope that helps. We have elections have consequences. Enjoy yours. He was shocked at these comments. He said, wow, so hatefully. Babe, you're the one that voted for hate. So this guy noticed that he still has Fox News on in the background while recording this. And then, hope your business has the success you voted for. Kisses. He's like, why so hateful? How could anyone be that naive to respond with why so hateful? You voted hoping for others to be harmed for your own gain. Why would we feel bad? Anyways, you said with these tariffs, the business won't even make it 6 months. Hope it's gone in 3. Bye.
And next up in the never-ending carousel of Trump voters regretting their vote, I have a farmer who is not too happy about the costs of his inputs doubling. And listen to what he says in this video, but specifically listen to also what he doesn't say or mention.
All right, guys, I didn't really want to have to get on here and do this, but I had to. These are fiberglass stakes right here. Those big, bulky stakes on the back of the truck, wooden stakes. I called 2 weeks ago to get a quote on these fiberglass stakes because we need some more stakes this year. I got a quote, 83 cents. I called the man this morning. I said, hey, I know these tariffs are crazy and everything going on. I said, what can you do me on those fiberglass steaks now if we needed a load? It's a 3-month ETA from time you place the order. He said, Taylor, he said, you don't want to hear this price and I'm about to give you. And I said, well, give it to me anyways. He said, each of those steaks now is going to be $1.74 a piece. And I said, well, you know, and I know both that we can't do that, and that's going to be impossible.
Wow, understatement of the century, guy. These tariffs not the best thing for our country. What about those workers you had there? I couldn't see their faces, but, you know, a lot of agriculture farm workers, those are, you know, tend to be immigrants, people from other countries, Hispanics that your president is also deporting without due process to an El Salvadoran human rights violation of a prison. But right, forget about them. You don't care because, no, your input costs have gone up. So that's why you're mad about this now, right? Not to mention, if any of your workers are immigrants and just happen to be here undocumented, maybe you'll be in the gulag next. Yeah, no pity here, folks. Sorry, not sorry. But before we get to the last couple examples I have for you, the last of which is actually a good one that I want to end on a high note with. I also want to quickly play for you this clip of Representative Stephen Horsford, a Democrat from Nevada, from a hearing where he was blasting Republicans and Donald Trump's trade strategy. Take a listen to this clip.
There are not even any Republicans left in this hearing. They all left because they don't even want to defend this. But meanwhile, the speaker is rushing to the floor to pass a budget reconciliation to screw America by passing the biggest tax cut in history on the backs of the American people. WTF? Who's in charge?
And finally, here is a somewhat uplifting video of CNN talking to farmers in South Dakota. One who is not a supporter of Trump and how that felt to be among those people who were supporters of him. Take a listen to this.
Do you find a lot of farmers around here agree with you, or are they fans of Trump?
This is a very Republican state.
Yeah.
Let's just put it that way. I think it's too soon for them to say they're wrong.
We're in Huron, South Dakota, home of the world's largest pheasant, talking to people about how tariffs will affect them.
The effects of Trump's tariffs are looming here, where around 70% of voters picked Trump. Again and again, our conversations in this Midwestern nice town came back to character and values.
When Sheila and I raised our children, we taught them to be honest, you know, not try to cheat anybody, to respect. And Trump doesn't do any of those things.
And what does it mean to you that so many people in your town, in your area, do think his values align with theirs?
Well, not many people are talking about those values right now. You have a few people that say, well, at least he does what he says. Well, were you ready for this?
Yeah, and I think the comments of this video really say it all. Admitting they were wrong is admitting that the last 10 years of their reality was all a lie, which of course it was. And then going back to that first video that we showed, you had someone posting, with all due respect, this is exactly what you voted for. You probably thought it wouldn't impact you, but here we are. So elections do have consequences. Best of luck, man. He said he would do this. Enjoy what you voted for. The person responding, it's crazy how people are so hateful and quick to point a finger. What are you talking about, bro? We were screaming this stuff from the rooftops for years, for months before the election. Everything he said he would do, we told you you were going into fascist, authoritarian Nazism. We told you the tariffs would wreck your lives. Hell, his tax cuts wrecked your lives before, and you still don't seem to recognize that. So no, I do not have pity for you. No, I do not feel bad. And no, it's not hateful to call out that you were wrong, that you voted for your own downfall, and now the rest of us have to deal with it with you. So, sorry, not sorry, no pity, I don't care. If you feel the same way and enjoyed this video and want to see more catharsis like this, because I'm not going to stop calling this stuff out, and when it happens, I will cover it. If you agree, if you enjoy that kind of stuff, please, by all means, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, help us hit that 1 million subscriber goal that we have, and join the resistance to fight back against this regime. Hopefully we can re-educate these people. Sorry, I shouldn't say it like that, but that's a little Trumpian. Hopefully we can make them see and understand, but honestly, I don't even know. I don't have much faith in that, because I think think these people are too far gone. They'd believe it if Trump just came out and said, no, the tariffs were Biden's fault. He did this. So anyway, rant over. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.